Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? So, I think you've done this before, but I like to remind people. Um, oh, it's hell to get old. Um, there's always a reason for whatever they show or say. So, if it doesn't make any sense, now keep it in mind because you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. So, don't if something doesn't make any sense, just keep it in mind. It's funny because one day told this lady something about blue truck, something special about it though, and that she took a picture. The next day, one pulled right out, smack dab in front of her. So you never know. Anyway, so we're going to talk to James. Oh, let me make sure I got the right name. He says he's been following you around. It's almost like he's creeping behind you, just creeping along behind you, following you like a puppy dog, like a brother would when you were little. He probably annoyed the hell out of you and followed you around all over the house, and he still is. Oh, don't get creeped out. He's not doing anything bad. And every so often he reaches up and he kind of tugs. Oh, let me do it on the side. Kind of tugs on your hair, like you might be walking along, and you feel this little tug back there, and you don't think anything about it. So he's he's trying to let you know he's there. You ever get to where, okay, like I tell people, um, somebody can walk into the room, you don't hear them, you don't see them, but you feel them. That's their energy. You feel them, and you turn around and go, and it scares you because there's somebody there. There is somebody. You, if you haven't, you will feel him at times. You'll feel that energy, like just like somebody's watching me, and I can feel him now. It's kind of like up here high on my back. It's kind of like a. It's not like a hand pushing, but it's like something pushing, just a little pressure. That's his energy. So know that you should feel that off and on. And sometimes it could feel hot in that spot, or everybody feels the energy different. And they all come through with their energy different. So it's like, and even if you might get a little ache there, or it could feel hot there, or it could feel tingly there, because it's not really his hand doing it, it's just his presence. Just feels, the way I try to describe it is it kind of just feels full. I don't know what he's doing on my back. He's doing something back there. Maybe he's trying to help me out. I just went to the chiropractor again. He says he's pretty proud of you, but that one time, he says, you went way off your path. I call it the scenic route. My life path is not straight. Mine goes like this and this and this and this. I call it's the scenic route. I can't seem to take the shortcut straight through. No. He said one time you made a big whoop-de-doo. And he sat there and he watched you and he drummed his fingers on the table, like somebody does. You just drum your fingers. So listen for that sound as somebody drumming their fingers on the table. And you can hear it in your car, in the store. You can see it in a movie, somebody doing it. You might be sitting in a restaurant, somebody next to you is drumming their fingers on the table. Know that that's a sign from him. So validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more signs if you want more signs. He's talking about brotherly love. It never quits, but neither do the pranks. Waiting to see if he's going to show me a prank. I don't know how old you are. Old people like me, you know, you forget where you put shit. So I've been questioning that a lot lately because I'll go looking for something and I go, I know it was there. Who moved it? So, and I don't even know who it is. Nobody's allowed in my house except for maybe three that are spirits that are allowed to be in my home without me asking them. It's somebody has been hiding stuff like crazy. And then sometimes I'll come back and it's there. And it wasn't there. I still can't find the dog collar and the leash. I haven't figured out where that went to. I had to go buy a new one. So watch for that to be happening. He's being ornery, just like a brother would do. And he's talking about hair of the dog. Hair of the dog. Do you have a little too much to drink lately? That's what I usually think of when I hear hair of the dog. Did you get a hangover? Yeah, no, they're no fun. Okay. All of a sudden, both of my ears clogged up. I don't have a cold. I always talk froggy. All of a sudden, they both closed up. My left ear, it's got a real low, I don't know what a buzz. It's not a buzz. I wouldn't call it a hum. A real low tone. So know when you get that, that's him. That's his energy. It's usually almost always just in one ear, but both my ears plugged up. And then the tone slowly came in. Usually, at least for me, the higher pitch the tone, the higher energy it is, like an archangel. When the archangels come in, yes, they're real. It's usually a real high pitched tone. And I have tinnitus, my ears ring all the time. This is only one ear. The lower the pitch is usually more like a loved one. So again, validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more if you want it. He's kind of been trying to get your attention in an easy way. And I see a lot of them, they'll stand like across the room. They'll be in your house, but they're across the room because they're afraid of scaring you. They don't want you to think your house is haunted. You have a demon in your house. You'd be surprised how many times I go to cleanse somebody's house and you don't have a demon, it's just grandma hanging out, trying to let you know she loves you. He says somebody used to call him Jimmy, somebody used to call him Jim Bob, or something like that. Kind of stinking names, so that you might have to stretch that outside the box a little bit. So something like Jim Bob. He says, I'm doing just fine. I'm actually doing wonderful. Something about going in circles. I don't know if he's talking about you or him. Going in circles and circles and then coming around in just part of a circle. I have no idea what that means. I don't think he's going in circles. He's just fine. Okay, he's showing me a picture. It's a picture of a lady. This would be like something, it's a lady like dressed back in the 50s. She doesn't, and I'm only seeing about this much of her in this picture. So I don't know. Think about somebody that you know that looks like this, that you have a picture of. You've seen a picture of somebody that looks like this, because this is an actual picture. Anyway, she doesn't have a real skinny face, but it's not a plump face. So, you know, kind of like mine. And her hairdo is like in the 50s, and it's dark, and it's kind of flipped up like they did back then. I don't remember if there was a name for that hairdo or not. Bangs that kind of go to the side a little bit. Well, they go to the side, kind of across the forehead, like that. But like it's really got hairspray on it, like lots of hairspray. From what I can see at the top of the shirt, it looks like 50s clothes. It doesn't look like anything now. Don't know who he's trying to show me. So just think about a photograph that you've seen. Almost looks like somebody's portrait on a wall. And he's not saying who it is. And he's not saying why he's showing it. Okay, now he's singing the song, "So long, farewell, I'll see you all tomorrow," or later, or I'm not sure about the last word. "So long, farewell, I'll see you all tomorrow, later," something. Which makes me think of Sherry Lewis. I think she used to do that. And then there was the Never Ending Song. Hang on. So it's called "This Is a Song That Never Ends." And I remember Sherry Lewis doing it on her show. I don't know how old you are. You may not even know who that is. But I don't know, maybe you guys used to sing this and annoy the shit out of somebody, because it is a song that my ear's doing it again. My ear's doing it again. It just started. So that's a validation for me. It's the song that never ends. And it goes on, my friends. And on, and on, and on. So maybe you guys used to sing and annoy the shit out of somebody, or maybe you have sung it, or maybe you've seen it on a kid's show. I don't know if you have kids, grandkids. Something about Sherry could be just a reference to Sherry Lewis, could be a reference to the song. So know when you see that, he's going to be laughing because he's hoping to annoy the shit out of you. He's kind of ornery. Talking about chocolate, chocolates like chocolate candy. Could be something you just ate, could be something you guys like to eat and throw them at each other and get in trouble for throwing them at each other. He says, "Love never dies. We don't forget either." And thanks for thinking of me. I know you wish I could have hung out longer. He's talking about whispering sweet nothings in your ear. So again, the ear reference. If you get a buzzing or a humming or the shrieking or the whatever, he's trying to say, "I'm here. I'm right here." So if you hear, it may not sound like those words, it may just sound like a noise. Sometimes it's hard for them to get on the same frequency that we can hear. Like I have to change my frequency to talk to them. "I'm here. I'm right here." And I love what you're doing. Something that you're doing right now, feel like it's something new. Could be the most minute little thing. Doesn't matter. Something doesn't have to be big, humongous. Something that you're doing new that he likes. It's making me want to bob my head, but I don't hear the music. I don't know why. So know that I'm as close as a whisper in your ear. Again, the ear. Thank you for being kind to the rest of the family, even when they didn't deserve it. You will be rewarded later. So don't ever think it's wasted. Even if you go, geez, they're on my last nerve. He says you will be rewarded later. And I love you. Just kind of, I love you. So I don't know if you've heard me say before, I promise you 1,000%. He can hear you, he can see you, talk to him all you want to. Sometimes you'll get a response and it won't be that second, not usually. It might be something a little bit later and you'll go, he did hear me. You don't have to talk out loud. You can talk telepathically. You don't have to be any kind of psychic to do that. So with that, he's going to leave and he's bouncing a ball. He's bouncing a pretty good sized ball. It's not a little ball. I don't know if that makes a difference. No, he says bigger. Bigger. Like one of those cheap plastic balls that you buy at Walmart for, well, used to be a couple of bucks. I don't know what they cost now. I haven't done daycare for a while. Bouncing the ball, bounce. So you should hear this thump, thump, thump. So just imagine what that ball sounds like. Or kids around you have just recently done this and he's validating. I ask them to validate themselves at least a couple times so you know for sure we're talking to him. So he could just be validating that, but I got a feeling you're going to hear this thump, 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 an annoying thunk, just like the song that never ends. He's still a kid at heart. Excuse me. He just told me I need to quit smoking. Yeah, I get yelled at a lot by them. But I have free will choice. I still make bad choices, even with all their advice. With that, he's leaving, thunking the ball on the way out, and giggling. Giggling. You could hear giggling too. You might hear it with these ears. We do have ears up here. And with that, he's gone. Okay, much love to you, my dear. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice. Thank you for being patient while I get all my stuff caught up. My mommy fell and broke her hip, so that kind of distracted me for a while. Much love to you, Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.